takes a minute, girl.
Been on a trip. York Railway Museum. I don't know why really, but Mr. Atkins said it was important for our GCSE history exam. Everyone knows the best thing about a school trip's the coach journey. Me and Nicola were sitting in front of Richie and Jammer because Jammer fancies her and will do anything to be near her. Nicola's not really interested. Anyway, Richie and Jammer were sitting behind us all the way to York, pulling our hair and basically behaving like dicks. When we get to York, Mr. Atkin tells us that we have to get into groups of 4 to answer questions on this worksheet. Richie and Jammer tell me and Nicola they're going to be our partners, and I know exactly what's going to happen. Me and Nicola are going to answer all the questions whilst they go around the gift shop, which is exactly what did happen. Jammer bought Nicola one of those pom-pom things with googly eyes, and Richie gave me a rainbow-striped eraser that smells like tropical fruit. He said he'd got it for his nan, but he was worried it might set off her asthma. Nicola said, "He likes you." "No, he doesn't," I said. "Though, secretly, I hope he does." We all pile back onto the coach, and Richie sits next to me, and I feel like I'm gonna burst. I can see Trudy Bickerstaff glaring from across the aisle, because she really fancies Richie. Plus, her sister once went out with his older brother, so she already thinks she's part of the family. Mr. Atkin let Darren Smedley play his Now 21 tape on the way home, and we all sang along to KLF, Right Said Fred and Shanice. When Richie starts singing along to I Love Your Smile, I wonder if he's singing it about me. Nicola wants to know if I'm going out with Richie. I don't know. He hasn't asked me. Nicola reckons he will. She reckons he really likes me. I've barely seen Richie at school since Tuesday's trip. The only lessons we have together are history and music, neither of which are on a Wednesday. But today, I was walking down the corridor between history and French when our paths finally crossed. I could see his big cheeky grin, head and shoulders over a gaggle of year 7s. And when he walked past, he gave my arm a squeeze. "Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah." And I felt like I was going to burst again. Richie Simmons is the best looking boy in the whole school. The whole world even. Floppy dark hair, piercing blue eyes, and a battered leather jacket his dad wore to Glastonbury in 1971. He plays the drums and he's so much more mature than any of the other boys in our year. I hope Nicola's right. She seems dead certain. We're off out tomorrow night. Friday night. She reckons he'll definitely try pull me then.
A great philosopher once wrote,
Naughty, naughty, very naughty.
Friday night is youth club night. I haven't actually been to youth club. That's just what I tell my mum. She feels safe if she thinks I'm at youth club because her mate Wendy from work has a daughter who goes there. Every Friday night, me, Nicola, Emma and Jane actually meet outside the booze shack in town. Then we all pull our money together and Emma, who has a big chest and looks at least 18, goes in to buy the booze. A bottle of Thunderbird, 4 cans of Taboo and lemonade, and strawberry favoured Mad Dog 2020. And then we just go sit in the park under a tree just off the golf course. The usual year 10 hangout. Emma had just pulled out a packet of Marlboro Lights when Richie appeared. Him and Jammer. "I'll have a fag," he said, all cocky like he can have anything he wants. We passed round the bottle of Thunderbird and I felt myself relaxing as the world became all fuzzy at the edges. Just chilling. Richie was sat right opposite me in a circle, and Jane had said he hadn't took his eyes off me all night. And I wished it was just me and him, and the bottle of Thunderbird. Then Jane and Emma decided that we were going to go to Floral, fake IDs at the ready. Emma had snocked one of the bouncers there last week, so she reckoned they'd probably get in. Then it was just me and Nicola, and Richie and Jammer. And Nicola was snogging Jammer and Patricia, really. It was just me and Richie. He said I looked a bit cold, and I was, but I was glad I didn't have a coat with me because Richie came over to me, put his leather jacket round me and said, "I'll walk you home if you like." Then he took my hand and pulled me to my feet. I think I would have floated away if he hadn't been holding my hand. His jacket smelled like old tobacco and Jupe aftershave. He held my hand all the way through town. Two of Trudy Bickerstaff's mates saw us and yelled, "Good luck getting into her knickers." But Richie just told them to fuck off. Then he put his arm round me and pulled me real close, and I floated all the way to our front gate. And then we were sort of just standing there, and I didn't really know what to do. I was just looking at his face, and he was looking at mine, and his face started to get closer to me, and suddenly his tongue was in my mouth, and all I could taste was fags and booze, and it was the most beautiful thing that's ever happened to me. And then he pulled away and said, "So, will you go out with me?" And I said, yes, I will. And he walked off down our street with his leather jacket slung over his shoulder, and I just wanted to stand in the middle of the road and shout, "I'm Richie Simmons' girlfriend!" The girls can't believe I'm Richie Simmons' girlfriend. Nicola's so excited. If things go well with her and Gemma, we can go on double dates. We always have our Monday morning debrief, just so we can catch up and see where things are. So, Nicola snogged Gemma on Friday, but she says it's just a snog. Emma and Jane had managed to get into Floral. Emma snogged Marcus, that's her bouncer, and Jane had pulled some lad off a caravan site. But I'm the only one with an actual boyfriend. We do the maths and work out Richie Simmons loves Susie Jones 73%. Richie was waiting for me outside the tuck shop at break. We held hands. I couldn't stop smiling. I could see Trudy Bickerstaff standing by the bins with her mates, glaring, all crispy perms and secret cigarettes. I know she wants to kill me, but I just feel so safe with his hand in mine. When the bell rang at the end of break, he kissed me in front of everybody and told me he'd see me at lunch. Friday was our 1 week anniversary. We celebrated with white lightning and chips. Then Richie took me to one of the seafront shelters and we kissed for hours. Nicola's pissed off because Jammer's snogging a girl in year 11 now, so she wanted to go see Wayne's World at cinema, but I didn't want to be with anyone but Richie that night. Richie's in massive trouble for doing graffiti in the toilets and the whole school knows about it. RS Hearts SJ forever. IDT INDT. Oh my God, he actually loves me. I feel sick and giddy, and I don't even care when Trudy Bickerstaff calls me a slag. Our 3 week anniversary. Jammer says he's never known Richie have a girlfriend this long. I know it's something special and he's in it for keeps. We went back to our seafront shelter and shared a bag of chips. When we kissed, it tasted like ketchup. His tongue was exploring my mouth. His hand went up my top. When he tried to put his hand up my skirt, I stopped him. "Not yet," I said. "I want to wait." He said, "Okay, babe." And then he walked me up. Monday morning. morning debrief. My life is over. On Friday night, Richie snuck Trudy Bickerstaff. He walked me home and then went to Floral and got off with Trudy Bickerstaff. Emma said, that girl is a slag. And I know Emma would punch Trudy Bickerstaff in the face if I asked her to. And then the bell went and I had to sit through double music and watch him play his stupid drums. And when I see Trudy in the breakdown, she was wearing Richie's leather jacket. My life is over. I'll never love again.
Saying goodbye when I can't sleep at
Jamo came to find me at morning break. Says Richie was being cruel to be kind. Said I was clever enough to get into uni one day, so he don't want to hold me back. It makes me sad because it's so romantic. Him wanting to sacrifice our relationship because he thinks I'm too good for him. Jamo says it's, well, partly that. Also, Trudy Bickerstaff's quite easy and already lost her virginity, so I started crying again. Jamo put his arm around me. He's been really sweet. Said I was worth a million Trudy Bickerstaffs and Richie wasn't right in the head. Said I was better off without him. I don't want to be without him. They say that time is a great healer. Well, I've been single for 2 whole weeks now and it still hurts a bit when I see him, but I'll get over it. I'm a strong, independent woman. I seen an article in Just 17 that said the best way to get over a relationship is to throw yourself in a new one and let your ex see exactly what they're missing. It's not a relationship yet, but I have been spending a bit more time with Jamo. He's actually really sweet. And he said the only reason he was with Nicola was because he actually wanted to be with me. And Nicola's not bothered anyway, and she actually thinks she might be a lesbian. Anyway, youth club tonight. So, who knows what might happen.